All right. Point Zero Victoria. It's a multi-perspective cold case horror game based in, I think it was 90s China? 97. There we go. Yeah, 1997 China. So I guess minorly to the extent. Are those the devs? Do not remove or add to it. Taking this one. I believe it's not similar to Slitterhead, but it's got that premise of just, you know, a murder thing. Manual saves. Now, how is there a manual save when I have not played this yet? I fresh installed it today. How is there a manual save? Hey devs, you left a save in. We'll check those out later. Names, places, and events are all fictional. Any resemblance is simply coincidental. To preserve the experience, the game autosaves by section. Loading will restart. Do people see flashbacks right before they die? What's a flashback? It's when right before someone dies, their brain goes through some fragments of their life, like watching a movie on fast forward. It's like they're living it all again. That's so weird. Where'd you hear that? Be careful, or I'll tell Mom you're reading trashy books and she'll beat you. It's not trash. It's from a detective novel. I want to be a police officer when I grow up, so I'm just accumulating knowledge. Is this knowledge? That's not knowledge. That's a bullet. It was you, acidic. Oh no. This explained my game. Touching my computer with his little goobies strands. 2 years ago, 1995. Residential area in Kowloon, Hong Kong. Nope. Remember, be patient when persuading my dad. He has a stubborn temper, so don't get into an argument. Vivian. It's not the first time I've met your dad. I know it. How can I be foolish enough to quarrel with Uncle Lin? How can I marry you in the future? Well, first thing we do is we, Ooh. That's, Okay, that makes a little more sense. That's just a hole into the void. So, devs, you might... Uh-oh. No, we're good. I managed to pop out. Risk of rain too? Oh no. I have acquired a lantern. Now I want to know what else I can loot. What lootables have you for me? Royal lights are for any adventurer. Lantern flame is bright and steady, providing comfortable. Ah. Oh no, it looks like there isn't.
Nanomachines, son!
Jesus. Nanomachines. Well. There we go. I wonder. Wow. Uncle Lin, you have a very dare I say modern wooden Western style home sitting inside of back alley Hong Kong, China. Huh. Uncle Lin, are you asleep? I apologize for disturbing you so late at night. Uncle Lin is asleep. I'll go over and check. Yeah, we'll go over and check. Definitely can't see that knife sticking out of him. No sirree doodle. I don't like that. Uncle Lin, may I make a suggestion? Put a shelf right at the edge of your bathtub. You can keep all your toiletries that you need for it, such as shampoo and such, and you won't have a weird hole. Also, I have 2 lamps now. Let's see. A battery. Okay. Or just a bigger yeah, or a bigger bathtub. That works too. Safe. Cannot be opened temporarily. But what about permanently? Alright, so... $12.15.73? I'm trying to figure out where... Okay, I think I just need to put my mouse over the X. Yes. $12.15.1973. But it's a 4-digit. $12.15. Alright, we got a red box. What's in the red box? Strange. What secret does the red box contain? Why can't I open it? Perhaps only Uncle Lin can open it. There seems to be no useful clues on the 2nd floor. Let's head to the 1st floor. Yeah. Oh no! Uncle Lin! Oh my god. What happened? Check the pulse. Yeah. Can't find a pulse either. Yeah, sniff my finger. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be... Yes, Uncle Lin, he's died by a chest wound. Blade went deep. Really is a fatal wound. He was having tea for 2, though. How could this be? Calm down. I need to calm down. I need to find a phone. Call the police as soon as possible. I remember there's a phone on the second floor of Uncle Lin's house. Let's say he was having. Tea for two. There's still tea in the teapot. And the TV was set to loud, making it hard so no one would guess that he was actually being stabbed. It was used to mask his murder. Music is a little loud. Hold on. Audio. Is that better? Maybe a little lower? Still seems kind of loud. Hello? You're at 0. You're at 0. What? The sliders, they do nothing. Alright. More cops will be right away. We'll be here right away. Perhaps I can investigate the scene. Maybe I can find some information that is useful to figure out the situation. No blood anywhere. Footprints. It looks like they were wiped. Someone cleaned them. No sign of damage. Lock is intact. There's 2 doors. Or at least there's a second knob. They're not aligned correctly. Or it's the weirdest double lumpy knob I've ever seen. Maybe Uncle Lin there had a bit of a wrist issue. He needed extra grip. Exactly, Crash. It's very whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. C to deduce. I don't know if I want to be deducing nothing. It's a pocket knife. Here's a sharp dagger. I don't know. I think a knife to the heart isn't the dumbest way to die. No fingerprints. How would you know if there's no fingerprints? You aren't dusting. We'll just, presume you're super... You pulled it out. Okay. Blood splatter and blood and spray powder. The blood stains are partially dried. Time of attack 1 to 3. Who am I? Who am I now? Hold on, I'm deducing this like... There may be small blood spots around the wound of the chest. The blood spots closer to the wound are larger, 3 to 4 millimeters, while those further away are smaller, 1 to 2 millimeters. Some of the blood splatters even have elongated trails, but the clothes beneath the dagger hilt are barely stained with blood. What do these blood stains indicate? He's only stabbed once. That's it. Thank goodness. I paid attention to the criminal investigation course when I was in the police academy. Okay. Yeah, the killer stabbed with great force, but the dagger didn't move. The blood all came from the stab wound, which is why this kind of bloodstain was formed. Should I review the part of criminal investigation knowledge? Sure. These small blood spots are called impact splashes, which are the result of blood being thrown out of the dagger that is thrust violently into the chest. The blood spots near the wound are larger, while those in the distance are smaller, indicating that the assassin applied considerable force, causing the blood to be flung quite far. There is a small patch of bloodless area below the handle of the dagger, indicating that the dagger has not been moved. The blank area is caused by the fact that the weapon after being inserted is not pulled out, which to some extent blocks the wound. This can lead to a lack of blood in certain areas, which is commonly seen while the blade is left in the wound. All the blood spots radiate around this wound, indicating that the blood all came from the stab wound, but there are no other wounds. Alright, so he was having tea with someone. They decided to shoot him. Water on the floor. It's cold. Weirdly cold. Shoot him? Stab him. I guess you could say he got shot with a blade that was fired via an arm. Lighter? Healing potion? Hold the fudge up. I am the fudge. What? Give me that battery. Healing potion? Potion seller? Ah. Is there anything else on the second floor then? Most of the clues are on the first floor, and I discovered many things that I didn't need to discover. Oh, that's the void. That lamp is sitting on nothing. We'll just ignore that. Don't worry about it. It happens. Uncle. What happened to you? I can't light the candelabra, though? What the one over his bed? Nope, can't light that either. Still can't do anything with that. Ah. Gunpowder? Gunpowder? Herbs? Yeah, okay, you know, give me. Why not? Sure. I'll take it. Leon! Oh, I didn't mean to see it. Well, that's fine. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There we go. Oop, that's not right. First, he got stabbed. Then they cleaned up their foot trail. No. I see. He welcomed him into the home. Went to have tea with them. They got into an argument. He got stabbed, knocking the tea over, and then covering up his footprints by wiping the floor because he didn't bother to wipe his shoes on the mat outside the door before entering in. I deduce that the murderer should be someone Uncle Lin knows, as Uncle Lin opened the door for him. In front of the sofa, the murderer stabbed Uncle Lin. Oh, that was a little too fast. After committing the crime, the murderer calmly cleaned up the traces of the scene and left. Gotcha. After my investigation and deduction, I've completed the reconstruction of the crime scene. Solving this case would be a piece of cake then. Isn't that right, Zach? Hello, police. Oh, no. Don't move! Put your hands up! Yep. I'm a cop too. I just made the call. This victim is my girlfriend's father. I'll help you with the scene. Ooh. Ooh, that was a weird blip. Not sure what that's about. Find Vivian and confront her. Comfort her, not confront. So yeah, the oddity of being able to pull up. Are you Vivian? That's Kevin. I think I found Vivian. That sounds about right. Dr. Kelly Smith. Okay. So we're running Windows XP in here. Nice, nice. Good stuff. Top secret, laying on the desk for anyone to see. Might be a little too close to actual Windows if you're trying to actually sell the game, just saying. Might want to fudge that a little. Make it in, just to skew it a bit more into a triangle. Just some honest critiquing, you know. No need to go there now. Maybe I want to go there now. What if I want to go out here? Oh, I can go out here though. What if I want to go over here? Can't go there, but there's people. I can't even go to the toilet yet. Can't go upstairs, can't go downstairs. I can talk to police. Excuse me. Where am I? Did the interrogation knock something loose in your head? This is the West Kowloon Police Station under the Hong Kong Police Force, where you work. Excuse me. Where am I? Did that interrogation knock something in your head? Any progress? According to forensics, the killer showed strong signs of anti-forensic awareness. The scene is largely wiped clean and tampered with. Every officer is working overtime to crack this case as soon as possible. Vivian's father, Mr. Lin, was a legend of the Hong Kong police force, renowned throughout Hong Kong. He joined the force back in '56. That's 38 years on the job. He was supposed to retire soon and enjoy a peaceful life for the rest of his years. Nobody could have seen this coming. And his daughter Vivian followed in his footsteps. She's one of us. She must be devastated. He was one day away from retirement. Sick monster that took him from us. Question. Cannot combine. Healing potion. I can shortcut you to number 4 though. Heck yeah. Oh, let me get that really close to me. Nice and warm. Anyway. Officer? Kevin? What are you doing? I'm struggling with debugging this device. It's a real pain. Yeah? Something tells me you just need to rotate that, that, no, that. Yep. I already figured it out, Kevin. Let me help you. All right. Hi, Vivian. Vivian, you haven't slept all night. Get some rest. I can't really. I'm still barely holding it together. I'm sorry. If I'd gone earlier, maybe none of this would have happened. It was me who asked you to go there at the time. I think Dad likes you, and he would take your words seriously. Only then would he have listened to you about immigration and marriage after he'd had some rest. Vivian, listen to me. Even if it hadn't happened, the killer would have found another way. The scene was very clean. Too clean. It must have been premeditated. We shouldn't waste time blaming ourselves. I'll find the truth, no matter what it takes. Dad's been behaving oddly these past few months. Something I'd hear him on the phone, talking about gang stuff, sometimes. I've been wondering if it's connected to a case he was working on recently. Gang? Which gang? He never talked about that with me. It seemed he mentioned 14K once, but no details. No, that's Warhammer. 40K. He was talking about his miniature collection that he didn't want you to know about because you weren't going to be getting any sort of inheritance. Just saying. Unless you're into Warhammer miniatures. You know how he was. He never wanted me involved in any of that. 14K. One of the biggest gangs in Hong Kong. If Uncle Lin was really looking into them, this situation is very complicated. You also think there's something wrong, right? I'm not sure yet. But at the crime scene, the doors and windows were intact, and there were 2 cups of tea in the living room. Uncle Lin was attacked without warning. That definitely points to an acquaintance. So you're saying someone my father knew? Yes, Vivian. Also, Vivian, why are you wearing your tactical vest in the office? Never mind. I promise you this. No matter who the killer is, or how powerful they are, I'll ferret them out. Ferret them out. I can't say I've heard anyone ever say I'll ferret them out. Even if it's 14K, they'll be my primary focus. Thank you. You should go back to the investigation, Kyle. Really, don't worry about me. Okay, Vivian. I found quite a few clues at the scene last night. The forensic team is having it analyzed. We'll get to the bottom of this soon. I'll go get an update from forensics. Is this forensics? Or are you forensic? Yes, you are forensic doctor. Dr. Long, do you have any new developments? Unfortunately, the preliminary findings don't give much to work with. The murderer appears to be an experienced and habitual offender. Any useful traces of information at the scene have been deliberately erased or destroyed. Even some of the evidence was disturbed due to your involvement. This makes the analysis more challenging. Other information requires further investigation. Kyle, sorry to bother you, but I'm in a rush. Oh, I know you said Leon, but he kind of, at least from the back, reminds me of black-haired Leon. He's got a similar haircut. The new surveillance device from Home Depot is being sent to Mr. Lin's house. The chief wants it installed soon to help crack the case. How is new surveillance at his home going to help? But none of the guys know how to set it up. Install it? I know the scene is already processed for evidence. I thought the scene was already processed for evidence. Didn't we learn in criminal psych class that killers sometime return to the scene? There's no clear evidence right now. Why not install a camera and give it a try? Maybe it'll capture something. The new device is imported from the UK, and none of us know how to set it up. Yeah? What are you doing? I'm struggling with debugging the device. It's a real pain. I can't get it to work. Yep. Yep. Sorry, Kevin. You might be doing janitorial work soon. Because, Great, the monitor's on. Now we only need to test. The camera is on the table, Kyle. You find a good spot to install it? I'll pick a good spot. I see you. In the corner of this room. What corner? This corner? Not that corner. This corner. Not that corner. This corner. Not that corner. This corner? This corner. On the ventilation? Okay. Ah, good. We can stare at Vivian's butt. I'm sure she appreciates it. Oh. Oh. Great job, Kyle. The new device is functioning without... Okay, I'm going to install surveillance cameras near Uncle Lynn's residence. Don't worry, Vivian. I've already analyzed and reconstructed the crime scene. I found out it was done by someone he knew, and I've got a grasp on the perp's MO. Now, there's new surveillance cameras added. I swear, I will find the perp and get justice for your Mr. Lynn. For Uncle Lynn. I'll just correct the that one for you. One month later. Who are you? Who? I really gotta go. Kyle, you finally came. The superintendent's looking for you. Get to the meeting room now. It seems there's an urgent task at hand. It's the meeting room on this floor, just down the hall to your right. Thanks, got it. You're police? Like, I almost expected you to be Vivian, but... You know, outside a work uniform. Officer? Ostrifer? Ostricher? Oh, hey, she's sitting. I actually can't go in there. Okay. I can go potty. Soap. Oh, that's the meeting room. Yeah, you're special ops, aren't you? Hurry up, Kyle. We have an urgent task. Just received an urgent tip-off from an undercover agent. Chung Suk, a 14K red pole, is making a deal for a shipment of number 4 heroin this afternoon. Sorry. Something about number 4 heroin. Inside an unregulated building in the Walled City. Our undercover... Oh, Walled City. That's actually... I had mentioned Slitterhead. That's also in the Walled City. Or themed around it. Our undercover has been deep for 2 years and 3 months. This intel came at a huge risk. There is only one chance. Chung Suk. It seems that his underling was behind the stabbing in Yomatai last month. 7 injured. The alleys in the Kulun walled city are a maze. If they hide in the mezzanines, we're sitting ducks. Right. 14K is heavily armed. They know the terrain. And Chung Suk is someone who is cunning and downright ruthless. 3 years ago, in that cross-border escort case, he single-handedly took down a Flying Tiger member. I need someone to lead an assault team. Any volunteers? I'm in. Kyle? I've been investigating for over a month now, and I've hit a dead end. Uncle Lin has looked into old 14K cases files before he died. I suspect his death is tied to them. I want to participate in any action related to 14K. Kyle, calm down. Mr. Lin's case isn't solved yet, and you're under too much pressure right now. You've been losing sleep. It's too risky for you to be on this. Joe, I'll go. I'll lead the team, and I'll get you all the details and evidence collected from the scene as soon as possible. You can still analyze the intel and work the case from behind the desk. Joe, I appreciate your kindness. But if Uncle Lin's death is really tied to 14K, then I can't just sit here and flop through files while the killer walks free. Even a shred of evidence, I'll personally follow it up, no matter what. Alright, you follow me. I know the Kulun walled city's terrain like the back of my hand. Grew up there. Let me lead the team with Kyle, please. Alright, Joe, you pick the team. We roll out in 20. Primary objective, get Chung Suk alive. Secondary, seize the drugs. If there's heavy resistance, the use of necessary force is permitted. Yes, sir. And that's undercover life for you. Wait, and that undercover's life is on you too. If the operation fails, he will be exposed. Weigh your options, get your gear ready. Move out. I'm just looking at these photos here. I presume the profile photos are devs. Some of these are just real CCTV and all that. Dismissed. Joe, just now. Thanks. Don't mention it. We're all brothers. This mission is quite dangerous. Hurry up, go to the changing room and put on your police uniform. And make sure you carry your gun properly. I'll be waiting for you here. Come find me after you're done changing, and we'll set off together. I'm going now. I'm going to bingo. I don't need to go that way. But there's stuff over there. Ooh, there's stuff over there. Maybe I can somehow wedge myself in between the barriers. Fool the game that I'm over there. What's this? Foiled. Like a potato. Oh, this does have lean. Must just be built into the system. What is this, Unity? I don't know. I think it's Unity. Must just be built in. Because, Dolls Made Here was the same way. Evidence. Oh, there's my locker. Burger. Oh. Aha! Gunpowder. Backpack? Backpack capacity increase. Alright, got a little bit of Resident Evil style here going on. Battery. Gunpowder. Another lighter. Another flashlight. A knife. And we got our EMF meter, pistol, and our uniform. Yeah? You're doing a little walk on the catwalk? Your little walk on the catwalk. Alright, we're gonna shortcut you to 2 because it's right. Of course, we need to use our EMF meter. Yes, ghosts. Ghosts, where are you? Come out, spirits, so I can shank you. Ha ha! Kevin. Oh! You know, when we say you're chiseled, we didn't mean you were made of stone. Vivian? Damn, everyone's rock hot. Yeah, you know, just pretend I didn't say anything. I said nothing. Okay. Shortcut you to 3. I have 1 bullet. I have 1 bullet. How do I... How do you... Why do I have 1 bullet? Joe, can I get more money? More ammo? You ready? Alright, let's go. Alright, let's move. Check if your weapon is loaded again. Right. I almost forgot. 5 gunpowder and a scrap to make 10 pistol. That's not paper. It is not loaded. Oh, no. I forgot to load it. Come on, that's not acceptable. You were too busy showing off again and forgot to check, weren't you? Are you going to face the ruthless gang with an unloaded gun? Take this gunpowder and scrap from the desk, open your backpack, and proceed with assembly. Right. Scrap and gunpowder makes bullets. Alright, bullets are all set. Alright, bullets are all set. Shouldn't we get going now? Kyle, I have a few words with you. What's wrong? Listen, Kyle. I know there's a fire burning inside of you. Mr. Lin took great care of me during my lifetime, so I also want to know the truth. But the walled city is not an ordinary place, and Chung Suk is not an ordinary gangster. Don't act on your own. don't break away from the group, and definitely don't rush ahead alone. Understood. Remember, today's target is Chung Suk and that batch of goods. We'll analyze all other findings together after we withdraw. Promise me. Received. I see. I'll follow your advice. That's good. Let's start the task. Joe is always so considerate. I remember when we were in the police academy together, he was like an elder brother who always took care of Vivian and me. After graduation, the three of us happened to be assigned to the same police station. But it seems that he's been behaving strangely since he started working. I don't know if I'm just imagining things. He worked hard and won Outstanding New Police Officer, yet couldn't get promoted. Was that just too hard a blow to take? Hey! Don't just stand there. Hurry up and take action, or the superintendent will start scolding again. I'm going. Click to continue. I hit space. Chung Suk, the gang leader, should be in this building. Time for a sweep. Start by floor search. 1 floor each. We push up. You take this floor. Yes, sir. Everyone else, keep pushing up. Alright. Up. No. This is supposed to be a black void. Alright, so they got Tilda as a put away. Be a good suggestion for the dolls made here. There's just through the item. I guess yeah, instead of drop. I don't know. You search this floor. Others keep moving up. Yes, sir. Kyle, follow me. I gave him that voice, but you know what? That's his voice now. Great job, Joe. What you got in there? Kyle, I'll search this floor. You go to the top. All right, just be careful. Okay, I'll leave it to you. Yeah, we're going because apparently this is a game that has like choices matter sort of thing. But we're gonna just kind of go with it right now. Cabinet seems jammed, huh? How about we unjam it? No. I can't swing my blade. I could swing at the other officers, but I can't swing here. Wait a minute. No, you know, I'm not. Ow. I couldn't swing. All right. Okay, I got a health potion. Delicious. I got an axe. And bullets. Maybe I want to use the axe. Chop choppy. Let's get sloppy. Pure blend, sulfate free. Oh look, healing potion. Nice. Alright, so I don't know what caused me to not be able to This guy doesn't look like a gang leader. Oh no, he couldn't have just slipped away, could he? This looks like a drug den. I'll check it out first. Yeah, drugs. Purple, blue, yellow, orange. Uh-oh. Purple, blue, yellow, orange. How... Medical herb, okay. Shit, did I just trigger a time bomb? Got 10 wires, 4 different colors. Damn, which wire do I cut? Only one cut only. No room for error. This is a residential building. A bomb blast would be catastrophic. I need to find the right clue. Figure out which wire to cut. Medical oil? Yeah, that's not helping. What wire to cut? What wire to cut? Nope. Okay, so it's in here. I've seen this somewhere around here. Wait, 4-color wires on mom. Yellow because it's glowing. Close call. I almost died. Looks like the gang leader isn't on this floor. I should head downstairs and regroup with the others. So it's 1, 3, 2, 4. Yellow flower. Damn it. Got him. 50% health. Ugh. I'm dying, Squirtle. Increase the speed recovery and boost health at critical moments. And that makes a healing potion. Okay. If I just use one, 15. Whereas the healing potion took me to, like, full from 57. Weird. I smell cigar smoke. Faint, but it's there. Joe, what the hell? Are you alright? I'm calling an ambulance now. Six months later. So annoying. Useless. All of them. It's been almost half a year since Uncle Lin's case. And so far, 0 leads. They keep saying they inspected the scene with the truth, and the truth would come out soon. This is a real slap in the face. Chung Suk. So many of us were surrounding a building, and yet he slipped away. What a joke. And because of that, an undercover agent got exposed and lost his life. Joe's in the hospital too. Vivian. If Uncle Lin's case hadn't happened, we'd probably be married and living in Canada as immigrants by now. But now, I don't even know how to face you. What am I even doing? I can't protect anyone. I can't catch anyone. Can't keep my promises. Am I even cut out to be a cop? The superintendent's right. I really am useless. I can't do anything right. The only thing I've accomplished this half year is getting a new surveillance system up and running. How ironic. Maybe I should just quit the force and start bootlegging VCDs. Wait a minute. After debugging the surveillance system, I installed it in the police station for a few days. Most people didn't even realize it was a surveillance system, or simply didn't notice. Aren't they still investigating the mole? Maybe I can check if the surveillance captured anything. There's a mole? There's a mole? Something for a mole right here. Yeah, looks like we're all alone. Nobody's here? Everyone gone home for the week? Kevin won't mind me using his computer, right? What do we got here? Power button. Yep, this is definitely a VHS player. Videotape. Power it on. Insert the tape. Power that on. What? Hey, who's that in the footage? It looks like... Is that Joe? Why is he lurking around? He just got promoted to detective right after being discharged from the hospital. Why is he acting so shifty? Using Vivian's computer this late, without her permission? Is he checking files in the archives department? Usually Vivian handles stuff like this directly. Why is he being so sneaky? He's acting suspicious. I need to keep a close eye on him from now on. January 22nd, 1996, entrance to a luxurious mansion on Victoria Peak, Hong Kong. Don't misunderstand, alright? In all seriousness, don't misunderstand. But are we now in the, what was that series called? Bunch of VHS short horror stories supposedly based off of real stories. You know what I'm talking about. Again, I know it's just Unity assets. It's fine. It's perfectly fine. I'm just giggling at it. Yeah, I took out everything, but the shadows are still there just to help with rendering. Let me go in and have a look. Kyle, you can't handle this case. I just have a question. Is there anything at the scene that is related to Mr. Lin's case? Don't say that casually. The deceased Adam was the boss of a British consortium, and his son-in-law was the leader of the 14K gang. Now the eyes of both the law-abiding and the lawless in Hong Kong are on this place. You must not get involved. Don't get involved. Brother Lee, take a look at me. Take a look at me. Have I still looked like a human being in the past 6 months? Due to the case involving Mr. Lin, I can't sleep well. I can't get married. I can't even face Vivian. All the clues were cut off halfway. Now that I finally have a lead, how can you ask me to let it go? I'll just take a look inside, and won't cause you any trouble. I know Officer Joe gave the order, but Officer Joe gave the order. I just inspected the scene and found an old photo in the desk drawer of the house. To my surprise, I saw that Mr. Lin was in the photo. I was about to put it away when Joe rushed in and snatched it away, immediately announcing a lockdown of the scene. Desk drawer. Brother Lee, is there anything else in that drawer? How could someone like Adam have a photo of Mr. Lin? That must be the key. If you let me in and take a look, even if I die, I want to die with clarity. You are really reckless. Listen, Joe is currently returning to the police station to deliver the physical evidence for inspection. It will take him at most 20 minutes. For old time's sake, you can take a look around the first crime scene at the swimming pool, but absolutely not into the house. I can't bear the responsibility either. Just 20 minutes. I'll just walk around the poolside. She's being questioned. I'll check the crime scene first. That has to be the crime scene. I'm going to check it out. The forensic doctor is talking to the other officer. Oh, God. The air reeks of blood. This is awful. Gee, let me go in and have a look. Kyle, don't make things difficult for me. Police Chief Joe has given a clear order. No one is allowed to enter the crime scene without authorization. His authorization? He's only been promoted to detective for a short time, yet he's already learned to adopt a full-blown bureaucratic air. Pay within 3 days, or, oh, the victim is British. What was the threatening letter he received? 3 days return, or English dogs pay. Glass of wine, untouched, filled to the brim. Spilled out. One for the homie. A bottle of premium red wine. Half of it is gone. So he drank some of it. Blood-stained dagger. Could this be the murder weapon? Why would it be left behind? Kitchen knife. It's not a pocket knife, it's a kitchen knife. Or a chef knife. This has to be a crime scene over there. Looks like his throat was slit. A death like this is usually no obvious signs of a struggle. What? Oh, that's just a missing texture. Oh. Yeah, that's just missing grass textures. Alright. Yeah. Guess we'll just let them know. This is a fine wading pool he has. It's a good spot to lie in wait. Good visibility, low chances of being noticed. Footprints. Looks like the killer came from here. The lawn has been trampled flat. Okay, so knife here, then they either like went out the way they came or a different spot. Let's see what the dude says. So that was number 1. They waited. 2. 3. The killer was scoped out the place multiple times. They know the house inside out. They even have a full grasp of the victim's daily routine. The killer precisely climbed over the fence right here to get into the scene. Traces of climbing on the fence. There were signs of trampling on the small part of the lawn. The killer repeatedly scouted and trampled the area, resulting in a noticeably bald patch of grass below. The killer has been secretly observing from here while climbing over the fence, then wait for the right moment. Then, when the victim is prepared to go swimming, suddenly rush out and kill him. Then, they dropped the knife, hurriedly climbed over the fence, and left. The blood stains on the lawn over there, and the blood stains brought by the knife confirm this point. Gotcha. This should be the entire process of the crime. But, can't shake the feeling I missed something in my reasoning. Where did the oversight occur? Why are there no signs of struggle on the victim's body? Logically speaking, such a painful death would definitely have traces of struggle and resistance. But why is there no defensive wounds on the body at all? And not only did they not resist the damage, but it didn't even make any loud noise. Otherwise, the maze would have heard and rushed over. How could that be explained? Killed voluntarily. I'm gonna go with drunk. Perhaps the deceased was so drunk that he was unable to call for help or resist. I'll go check the wine on the table next to me. Did he drink too much? He drank half the bottle. That shouldn't be enough for a grown man to get drunk, right? Something's off. I'm catching a strange smell from the wine. Strangely, I initially speculated the deceased had drank too much, which is why he didn't scream or cry for help, but it seems like he only drank less than half a bottle of red wine. Is there a flaw in my reasoning? Oops. Perhaps he had drunk wine before. I was just clicking to proceed. And selected. I just saw the maid outside. I'll go ask the maid. Let me in! Just looking around. What do you want to ask, sir? Did he meet anybody? Let me think. About the boss. The boss is a big shot and meets many people every day. I mean, did he meet anyone before the crime occurred? Oh, at home? I'm afraid not. This is the privileged class area at the top of Victoria Creek, restricted to non-Chinese. Do you hear any unusual noises? Unusual noises? What do you mean, sir? For instance, did you hear your boss crying for help, or screaming, or something like that? No, I didn't hear anything. I was prepared pastries in the kitchen. Every night, the boss likes some egg tarts I make to go with red wine. If the boss yells, I think I would hear him. Does the boss have a good capacity for alcohol? He has a good tolerance for alcohol, and every night he drinks a bottle of red wine, then goes for a swim. The weather in Hong Kong is very hot, so it feels more comfortable to soak in the pool. I mean, considering the size of that pool, that's about all he's doing. I rarely see my boss get drunk. Did you call the police? Yes, I called the police immediately after discovering it. I was terrified. The boss was lying in a pool of blood. I had made some pastries for him, but it turned out that he had an accident right by the pool. No cries for help or screams were heard. Moreover, the deceased had a high tolerance for alcohol and did not drink excessively at the time of death. It gets weirder. It's getting weirder. It doesn't make any sense now. So drained. Maybe I should just go and communicate with a forensic doctor. Hey, what are we watching? Ah, Debug Mode. Yes, my favorite TV show. Do you need help? I smelled a suspicious smell. I smelled a strange odor when I was inspecting that bottle of red wine. What was this? What is that smell? When I was carefully inspecting the red bottle of wine just now, it seemed to detect faint, bitter almond flavor. Ah, it is likely a deadly poison cyanide. I'll know for sure once my test results come out. Are you saying the wine might have been contaminated with deadly cyanide, which would explain the faint, bitter almond flavor? Yes, cyanide is often used for suicide or poisoning. I know. Do you need help? I need help to inspect suspicious items found at the scene. The dagger, the threatening letter, and the footprints. No problem. I'll analyze and inspect everything. Okay, thank you. Do you need help? Autopsy analysis. I would like to know about the autopsy report. I don't know why I'm doing in this voice. The preliminary analysis at present is that the deceased had a knife wound in the neck. The depth of the knife wound is approximately 2 centimeters. The approximate time of death was 2 hours ago. No obvious sign of struggle or resistance was found on the deceased body. For more detailed analysis report, we need to return to the police station for specific laboratory tests. Okay, thank you. Oh my god, that weird smell in the wine might actually have been because it was poisoned. If that indeed is the case, then everything makes sense. I'm heading back to the crime scene now to go over what went down again. Alright, what do we do deducing? Is it 1, 2, 3, 4? The murderer scoured the victim's house multiple times, gaining access through the understanding of the victim's daily routine. After climbing over the fence and entering the scene, he secretly observed and waited at the right moment. The killer had been hiding there, waiting for the right moment. Having figured out the victim's daily routine, he waited for the maid to serve red wine before poisoning him. Cyanide dissolved in red wine will not taste any off flavor. After the poisoning, the murderer continued to observe it in secret, waiting for the onset of the victim's severe poisoning. It was precisely because the victim had been poisoned by the highly toxic cyanide that he had lost consciousness before being stabbed. So the killer waited by the side, waiting for the victim to suffer from the severe poisoning before stepping forward and killing him with a knife. So the victim lost consciousness due to the poisoning and did not make any cries for help or scream. And completely lost resistance. I guess he did lose resonance too. This perfectly explains all the characteristics for the crime scene. Then, they dropped the knife, hurriedly climbed over the fence, and left. The blood stain on the lawn over there and the blood stain brought by the knife confirm this point. This is it. This has to be the truth behind the entire crime. Everything matches the crime scene details perfectly. This time, it definitely will be right. Kyle, come over here for a moment. New discovery. Okay, coming. No record. What's up? Just got the preliminary forensics back. Let me bring you up to speed. Finally, what do we have? The wine tested positive for cyanide, a lethal dose. Exactly as expected. I've already reconstructed the entire crime through my reasoning. But we've made an unexpected discovery during the preliminary cause of death analysis. Unexpected discovery? Yes, we found that the actual cause of death was asphyxiation due to drowning. What? The victim's lungs were distended with and full of froth. We found uniform frothing in the mouth and clear signs of bleeding in the airway. Although the victim may have been affected by cyanide, it likely wasn't the fatal blow. The signs from above are definitive markings of drowning. So you're saying the stab wound and the poison found in the scene weren't fatal? The cause of death was drowning? Yes, that's right. This is too strange. However, based on preliminary examination, we are quite certain that the victim died from drowning. Based on the initial tests, we are certain the victim drowned. These are all findings for now. Fingerprints, handwriting, footprints, and the full autopsy report are still pending. I see. Thank you. Did I make another mistake? He actually drowned. Did he drown in the pool? It can't be. The water is so shallow. Or did someone hold him under? The only thing that fits. The victim was held down and drowned at the poolside. If he drowned on his own, why would the killer go to such lengths to pull him out and stab him? Stabbing him in the water would have been easier. Only way it works. The victim was held down and drowned as at the poolside. This case is getting more and more peculiar. Poisoning, drowning, and a slit throat. All three methods were used. I need to go back to the crime scene and resequence it. How many times are we going to resequence? Alright. So, I mean, this is definitely number 1. 2. 3. 4. The murderer scouted the victim's house multiple times, gained a thorough understanding of the victim's daily routine. After climbing over the fence and entering the scene, he secretly observed and waited for the right moment. The killer waited for the maid to serve the red wine and then poisoned it. Then, while waiting in secret, the victim drinks the red wine with cyanide, and the acute toxicity takes effect. As the poison took hold and the victim collapsed by the pool, struggling for breath, the killer stepped forward. He held the victim's head down, pushing him into the water until the struggling stopped. Then, ensuring there was no heartbeat, he finished the job with his blade. He slit the victim's throat with a dagger. With the overkill complete, he tossed the weapon aside and fled. This case is not as simple as it looks, but I've already got the basic logic and the sequence down. I still don't get it. Why would the killer poison and drown the victim just to be sure, but end up slitting the throat? Double sure, some kind of ritual? Some other reason? Like death by blade as a ritual? Or just in general causing them to bleed? Maybe, but for now, this is where the trial ends. Adam's residence has been placed under a no-search order. Any further details on the scene will have to wait for the forensic expert's follow-up report. The Victoria Peak, the most expensive real estate in Hong Kong, with the tightest security imaginable. Adam, the head of the British Real Estate Consortium, father-in-law to a 14K leader. A man like him. He could have died in a golf course, in some debauched nightclub, or even a first-class cabin in London. But instead, he died right by his own pool, poisoned, drowned, and then finished off with a blade. The whole thing is just too bizarre. The throat wound, though non-fatal, was intentional. The killer left the weapon behind like leaving a signature. This wasn't a robbery or a vendetta. This was planned, methodical, and execution. Someone wanted Adam dead, and they wanted it done just right. Eliminate him, but make sure everyone sees it. He's gone, and the evidence is right there. But why did Joe seal off the house? Why did he personally seize a photo with Mr. Lin in it? If that photo is the link, if Uncle Lin's death and Adam's death both point to the same secret, then catching the killer in this case might be the key to everything. The next morning. This is a long demo. Again, not all these... Actually, this is on Steam, isn't it? I think this is a Steam and on itch. I don't remember. I got a bunch of games from around. The governor condemns violence, urges accelerated clearance of Kowloon walled city. Adam's death. Is British Consortium Chairman Bob the ultimate winner? Oh, is British Consortium Chairman Bob the ultimate winner? Wow, the Peak murder case isn't even solved yet, and the headlines are already everywhere? The media is planning this on pinning this on Kowloon walled city rioters. Their narrative? A revenge killing triggered by the consortium's lowball offers to force the residents out. It's only given the authorities a perfect excuse to wipe it out, fast. The killer's revenge backfired. Instead of stopping the demolition, it's only fueled the urgency to clear the walled city. The residents are the ones paying the price now. Whoops. A full report already. And they've already pinned on the walled city vendetta? In fact, it's not as simple as it looks. Based on my reconstruction of the crime scene from last night, this case is far from straightforward. It's not what it seems on the surface. I'll find the truth and unveil it soon. For now, I'm heading back to the forensic doctor to see if there's any new leads have resurfaced. Doctor, give me your paper. Give me that paper. Give me that paper. Hello, I'm having a hard time approaching you. I have approached you. Hello, doctor. I was looking for you. Here are some new findings. Which part do you want to hear first? Let's go with the autopsy. There was cyanide in the victim's blood. He was indeed poisoned before death. However, the cause of death remains drowning, as detected previously, and the stab wound on the neck wasn't fatal. So, the high possibility is the victim was poisoned first, then drowned, and then had his throat slit. Yes. That's it. That matches my analysis exactly. Anything else? We found some fiber fragments under the victim's fingernails, specifically vicuna wool. What's so special about that? Typically, fibers under the nail are evidence of a struggle, traces left behind when the victim fights back or scratches at the attacker. Simply put, Adam likely had a violent confrontation with someone wearing Vicuna wool before he died. Vicuna? Vicuna wool. Vicuna wool. Never heard of it. Of course you haven't heard of it. It's an ultra-luxury fiber. Or fabric. Only the elite can afford something of such high quality. Adam was wealthy enough. Couldn't the fiber be from his own wardrobe? Possible, but if you're looking for a suspect, check if he actually owned anything like it. Fair point. That's a solid lead. What else you got? Which part do you want to hear? The threatening letter. Currently, we can only tell the note is handwritten, but we can't identify who wrote it. We need to narrow down the suspect pool first, then compare the handwriting one by one. Understood. Fingerprints on the weapon. The fingerprints on the dagger haven't been analyzed yet. Could you help me collect them? Sure. Where is it? Right there on the table. Help me collect fingerprints from the weapon first. Got it. I'll handle it later. Which part do you want to hear first? You shared a lot. Thank you. Can I take this? Ooh, I can. I'm gonna look for loot. You got any other loot? I would like Borger. I would like to... Oh, no. How did I do that? I did it. I'm a champion. I'm walking on the desks like it's nothing. Oh no, don't fall, don't fall. Yeah. Yeah. Whoops. Well. Oh. I'm up here now. I'm gonna live in the ceiling. I don't need to go that way. That's the kit. Just making sure there isn't any other lootable. Even if it's just a med kit. Elevator's open. It's open. Ding dong, ding dong. Hello? Hello, hello? If you're hearing this, I'm stuck. Help. Nothing. 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 Alright, it looks like that's all we get. Alright, we got the fingerprint kit. Nope, that's first aid. There we go. Alright, first and foremost, take the brush. Put some powder. Dust it with the powder. A little more powder. A lot of powder. There we go. Fingerprint. Then we take the tape and we go boom and blah. Nice. After collecting your fingerprint, you can go find Vivian. She can assist in searching the fingerprint database for a match. I know. Hey there, my little lamb chop. Vivian, this is the fingerprint data from the murder weapon left at the scene of the Adam case. Help me match and see if I can find someone. Okay, but the matching process may take 2 days. We need to wait. Oh, it takes so long. The golden time for solving a case may be the 72 hours after the crime occurred. It seems that I need to investigate through other channels in the next 2 days. What happened? It'll take another 2 days for Vivian to match the fingerprints. I can't just wait around. We should dig deeper while the clues are still new enough. Who killed Adam? Which direction is the most efficient to break through? How about I get a drink of water? While we make a choice. Well, the wool would narrow it down to the wealthy. The beneficiaries would also probably narrow it down to the wealthy. But since we have the wool as an evidence, let's start with that. 1 second. Okay. The forensic doctor said the material vicuna wool was detected under the fingernails of the deceased. Vicuna wool is the finest wool in South America, more expensive than gold. This kind of clothing cannot be purchased with money. It requires customization, with a waiting period of at least half a year. Moreover, the wearer must be wealthy or noble, emphasizing taste and status. It proves that before Adam's death, he had physical contact with someone wearing such clothes, most likely in a dispute or push and shove situation. Only someone of equal status would clash with someone of Adam's stature. Adam's real estate competitor, Bob. This guy is always known for his extravagant dressing. And I heard he likes to show off his rare material collection the most. The clothes of vicuna wool, he is likely to possess it. Those Adam had contact with before his death, those could afford to wear vicuna wool, and those with direct conflicts of interest. All possibilities point to the same person. Bob. It seems I have to go and have a chat with him. I don't know about the name Bob. It just feels like it takes away from the drama. You can just go, I guess Robert would be better. But still. I'm Kyle, a police officer from the Kowloon West Police Station. I want to see your boss. May I ask you if the officer has an appointment? Do officers need an appointment? Our boss is very busy. If you haven't made an appointment, I'm not sure if he's available to see you. Please wait a moment. I'll contact our boss. Here are some small toys. If you feel bored while waiting, you can play with them. If you win, you can use the prize coins to buy drinks. Okay. Thanks. This boss sure puts on airs. Doesn't he even take the police seriously? He doesn't know about Adam's death. As a consortium competing for the lead of the Kowloon Walled City, was he the biggest beneficiary? I'll have to meet him properly later. We're gonna play some games? They got games on their phone. Never played to wander around without permission. I'll just wait a little longer. Alright, we're playing games. Cha. Cha. Hold on. I got a coin. I wonder what the boss is busy with. Let me wait here for so long. If it doesn't work out, I'll just go find it myself. Blood chalice. Let's see. Yata. Guess I'll get a drink with an automatic vending machine. But I got coin. 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 Projector. Were you always in the pool? You always in the pool? There seems to be a greasy, middle-aged man in the pool. Could he be the owner of Betta's? I'll go and ask. Oh. That's a very interesting pool you got. Are you Mr. Bob? Police? Excuse me, officer, if you could help me with a small favor first, I'll be happy to answer your questions. What's the matter? Could you please help me turn on the jukebox? I'll come up and we can chat together to the pleasant music. Okay. I don't know why, but when I hear this music and see the scene on the spot, what comes to my mind are the majority of ordinary residents in Hong Kong. Every household is squeezed into a dark and damp dwelling that resembles a pigeonhole. The oppressive environment make them doubt their own existence. But at this very moment, in Hong Kong, there are still people enjoying themselves in such an environment. The joys and sorrows of humans are not interconnected. I feel heartache for my compatriots. Was there a slot for a coin that I just wasn't seeing? You said I could get drink. I want drink. I want ice cold Coca-Cola. Please, have a seat, officer. I'm a knighted peer? I am a knighted peer of the British royal family. Oh wait, that's the wrong accent then. I am a knighted peer of the British royal family, so you can call me Sir Bob. I am a major taxpayer in Hong Kong, and have been investigating the construction of Hong Kong. I wonder what the police would want to see me about. Let's just try to speak frankly and briefly, as I have other things to attend to. You have great taste in clothes. Have you heard of the death of Adam? I have watched the news reports. I deeply regret Adam's death. He is also Briton like me, and we are contributing to Hong Kong. I never expected such an unexpected event. It must have been done by the thugs of the Kowloon walled city. Do you know him? No. I don't know him. I was hoping to get any clues. If you're hoping to get any clues from me to solve this case, I think it's best not waste my time. We have no contact with each other. He denied it flatly, which was also within my expectations. I have to think of another way. I've come up with a good idea. Even if I can't get any information out of him, at least I can get some information about the material of his clothes. If the material perfectly matches the rare material analyzed by the forensic doctors, he will have to cooperate even if he doesn't want to. But how can I get some information? Take away his clothes. Let's just try asking directly. Asking someone for expensive clothes. This is extremely disrespectful. This is definitely impossible. But how can I get some information? Alright. Wait, I can pretend to splash water on him, and then help him wipe it off. Then, I applied more pressure, and I also rubbed some of the clothing material into the crevices of my own fingernails. Perfect. Officer, you have been in our days for quite a while. If there's nothing else, shall I arrange for someone to take you home? Could you spare a few more minutes? I need to go over there and get something for you. I'll be back soon. I remember there's a vending machine in the entertainment area over there. I'll get a can of soda and splash it on him. I find it a little weird that he would have a vending machine in here, now that I think about it. But, yeah, whatever. I've got Chibi Cora. Oh, what are you doing? I'm really sorry. The floor is too slippery. I accidentally spilled soda on your clothes. I'll help you clean it up. Damn it, don't damage my clothes. Even if you work for a police officer for a lifetime, you won't be able to afford it. Despite being scolded and looked down upon, I managed to get some wool from his clothes. Forensic doctor, I have an emergency. Officer Kyle, I know you're in a hurry, but take it easy and speak slowly. I just came back from Bob's place. This is what I got from his coat. I want you to conduct a test to see whether this is the same material as the vicuna wool taken from Adam's fingernail crevices. Kyle, you've been working too hard recently. Your eyes are bloodshot. Looks like there's a map. Looks like there's a map. However, if this is indeed the Visuna wool, then your adventure will have been worth it. When will the results be available at the earliest? Forensic doctor. Urgent. At least 24 hours. 1 day. Can it be faster? This case. Kyle, I know you want to solve this case as soon as possible. But science needs time, especially for such crucial physical evidence that may directly identify the perpetrator. Okay, I'll wait 24 hours. I'm counting on you. Oh, by the way, Vivian is also helping me match the fingerprint data on the murder weapon. Today is the 2nd day. I'll go find her and see what the outcome is. Vivian, how's the fingerprint match going? It's still in process of matching. I'll take a look again. The data volume is huge. It's so slow. It's stuck at 99%. Has it been too long since you defragged your disk? It seems so. Could you help me sort it out? Okay, I'm good at this. That's... Okay. Sure. Let's... Defragmentation. That's how this works. That's what we're doing. Don't question it. Congratulations. It's a toy. Next, it's up to you. Wow, great. I'll try again. The process of the fingerprint data retrieval system has finally reached 100% from 99%. The match data is about a person named Jackson. I'll print out his information for you. Who is Jackson? Isn't he Bob? What the? Rappaport Jonathan Dale. Wait. Who's Jonathan Dale? See attached narrative. See attached narrative. Lin Wing, age 28. Okay. That does not say Ling Wing. West District of Kowloon Walled City. Isn't this the place where the victims a consortium acquired at a low price? Could it be that my method of analyzing the biggest beneficiary has failed, and I've wrongly blamed Bob? Is it really reported by the media? Retaliatory actions taken by residents of Kowloon Walled City in the protest against the forced acquisition of their land at a low price? But since there's clear evidence of the murder weapon's fingerprints, I'd better set off immediately and arrest the suspect of the West District in Kowloon Walled City. Man, this is a game. Number 10, 3rd Street, West District, Kowloon Walled City. That's right, this is Jackson's address. However, the living environment in Hong Kong citizens is densely populated, especially in Kowloon Walled City. Everyone is crammed in these densely packed, dark, and oppressive pigeonholes. Even if there is a specific house number, there are probably multiple households living there. Alright. 1 second. Again. Yeah, this is a demo. I just had to double check. Just double checking to make sure this is a demo. This is a demo. This is a long demo. Ah, the police. Is there anything wrong? Where is Jackson, please? Oh, Jackson. What do you want to see him about, sir? A small matter. I also said that nothing would happen, and that Jackson is a good boy. I watched the two brothers grow up. The two brothers are very poor. They have been dependent on each other since childhood. Even when Jackson was just a teenager, he had to support his family and take care of his younger brother. It seems that due to careless friend-making, he sometimes gambled on Pai Gao. If he makes a mistake in the moment of confusion, sir, please handle it leniently. Lentily? Man, I'm on a ball here. He is also just trying to make a living. He never went to school and has no parents. They're all unfortunate ones. I see. So where exactly does Jackson live? Right here, right there on the left-hand side. If there's any issue, sir, please handle it leniently. Jackson's a good boy. Right. So you say. But tell me, what do you have in here? You have so much stuff. Are you a shop? Is this a shop? Scrap. Okay. Eyes wide. I found scrap. Hello? Oh. Are you Jackson? The police? I'm not. I'm Jackson's younger brother. I'm Howard. Where is he? Sir, what do you want to see him about? Where is he? My brother has been doing business with the big boss recently, and he'll be back later to cook dinner. I'll wait here then. Or if you have something to tell him, I'll pass it along when he gets back. No thanks. Okay, sir, feel free to wait. Please, take a seat. Sir, I was raised by my brother since childhood. I admire my brother very much. Nothing bad will happen, right? There's been a homicide case, and we suspect your brother to be the perpetrator. Ah? How can that be? This is impossible. Brother! Run, brother! The police are coming to arrest you! Don't run. Let me go. Kyle, come here and cuff him. Thank you. He almost got away. I'm coming right now. Oh. You dare to run. Do you know what you've done? Can you run away? I know. It's good to know. Come back to the police station with me. I've heard you're held in high regard among the neighbors, but I never expected to be you to be so ruthless in committing crimes. Committing crimes? What crime? Stop playing dumb. Didn't you just say you know what you did? I owned gambling debts and stole something from the elderly neighbor to exchange for money in gambling in Pai Gao. I'm not sure what crime you're referring to. You must have arrested the wrong one. The fingerprints on the murder weapon are all yours, yet you still did not want to deny it. Come back to the police station with me. Sir, I just stole something from the elderly man next door. There's no need to make such a big fuss about it. I don't really know what you mean by committing crimes and being ruthless just now. You've arrested the wrong person. The fingerprints on the murder weapon are the same as at the scene are all yours. Do you still want to argue? The higher-ups have been putting pressure on us to solve the case as soon as possible. After all, this case involves a foreigner. The newly arrived lie detector equipment has also been put into use. Kyle, would you please help connect to the line first? Otherwise, the lie detector won't turn on. The circuit equipment is on the opposite wall. Man, we're a bit heavy on puzzles, but yeah, it's fine. Only because they're simple. Wow, really? Sir, is this for real? Of course it's real. Don't believe me? Jackson, are you a boy or a girl? A girl. Wow, that's impressive. Are you serious? Of course I'm serious. If you don't believe me, I can ask again. I heard that your younger brother were abandoned as... You and your younger brother were abandoned as children. How did you come to have your surname? I just made it up. Only shows the red light, right? Why don't you try telling the truth? Director Lin was very kind to my younger brother and me when we were young, so he invited us to his house for the New Year's Eve dinner. I secretly changed my surname to his. Ah. The director you mentioned, is that the director of the orphanage? Yes. See? See, it's accurate. Now be honest and confess. Now the formal interrogation begins. The Kowloon walled city, where you reside, has been acquired at a low price, and you are extremely angry about it. Of course. Everyone in the neighborhood is angry, not just me. So you hold a grudge. You used the petty theft and committed evil deeds, and it's only natural that you want to seek revenge. This is our fingerprint report of the weapon found at the scene. The fingerprints on the murder weapon at the scene are all yours. How can you still try to argue? Uh-huh? Those fingerprints definitely aren't mine. Impossible. It's clearly your fingerprint. There's no mistake. Our forensic doctors have carefully compared them. So, with your criminal motive and physical evidence all in one place, do you still refuse to admit? Everyone is furious and regretful about the low-price demolition of the walled city. But the place where my brother and I live is also a temporary rental shelter. I didn't compensate for the demolition, so my emotion is more out of sentiment for the old neighborhood. So I wouldn't go so far as to kill someone. I never used the knife to kill anyone. I don't know what's up with my fingerprints on the murder weapon. There seems to be a problem with the machine. It's not reliable. I'm using the wrong voice there. There seems to be a problem with the machine. It's not reliable. It's so noisy. I'll turn it off. Nowadays, the news is everywhere, and the media all believe that this case is a done deal. The police commissioner also demanded that the case be solved within 3 days. I don't think it's necessary to waste time with him anymore. An interrogation is necessary because there are still some questions that we need to clarify. After analyzing the crime scene, it was found that the perpetrator had been observing the victim for multiple days and was fully aware of the victim's routine. How could Jackson, who was meticulously scout for days, be so foolish as to leave behind a knife, fingerprints, and a threatening letter? What's unclear about this? If they were caught off guard, suddenly realized someone was coming to the scene, they didn't have time to clean up and had to flee in a panic. Now let's return to the motive of the crime. Even if they kill the boss of the consortium, they won't get the land back. Is it purely for revenge, or get paid to do things for others? We checked with relevant transaction accounts of Jackson and his only surviving relative, his younger brother. He hasn't received any payments recently. Maybe the payment will be later on, to an overseas account that is not reachable. Isn't emigration becoming popular in Hong Kong recently? Don't overthink it. There's so much evidence now. As long as Jackson confesses to his crime, the pressure on the entire police force will be greatly reduced. I've already prepared the statement of confession in advance, so I just need him to sign it. Hurry up and sign the statement, or you'll face serious consequences. I'm innocent. Don't push me to be impolite. Okay, I'll sign. The scene before my eyes. So that's how it is. Jackson definitely isn't the murderer. I'm going to point it out right now. I've discovered several small contradictions that prove Jackson is definitely not the murderer. I'll point them out now. I was astral projecting, I presume? Inconsistency. Wine. No contradiction. Branding letter. Contradiction. Yes, this is also a contradiction. The baton you hold in your hand, and the dagger at the scene. Ah, does it even relate to me? Your posture for holding a baton just now made me realize, just reminded me. Please, carefully observe the posture of people holding dagger handles or batons with similar items, especially when we need to grip and hold these things tightly for striking or fighting purposes. We will definitely adopt a posture of gripping the handle with 4 fingers and pressing down with a thumb. Even if some people have different grips, it may simply be that their thumbs are perpendicular to the direction of the knife handle. It will never be like a dagger used in a crime scene, where the thumb is pressed horizontally on the hilt of the dagger and no fingerprints are left. Based on the fingerprint distribution pattern of the murder weapon found at the scene, that grip posture would have made it impossible to hold the dagger firmly, let alone under the psychological pressure of committing a crime. The person who forged the fingerprints on the hilt of the dagger must not have analyzed and thought so carefully. They just casually pasted on fingerprints. So the fingerprints left on the dagger at the scene definitely weren't left by Jackson holding that dagger. Jackson, can you recall if you left your thumbprint anywhere else? Everywhere my thumb has ever been has it. I remember now. I had my thumbprint taken before I went gambling and got into debt at the 14K's casino. Indeed, the clear thumbprint on the scene seems more like it was left behind during the act of signing. No wonder the meticulous killer would carelessly leave the murder weapon at the scene just to let the police find this fingerprint. Yeah, seems about right. His left hand. This is a point of contradiction. I just noticed that Jackson's dominant hand is his left hand. Just now, I deliberately asked the police officer to pretend to beat you up, to force you to sign the confession. I just want to see your true reaction when facing pressure. It is often under pressure that people reveal their true selves. So under pressure, you instinctively picked up the pen with your left hand and immediately went to sign the statement. This indicates that you are left-handed. You could have asked that, but okay. The fingerprint reports show that the fingerprints left on the dagger used at the crime were from the right hand. What kind of person uses their non-dominant hand to kill under such psychological pressure when intending to kill someone? Unless there is a deliberate attempt to conceal something, the perpetrator likely used their dominant hand to commit the crime. But if the killer was careful enough to deliberately use their non-dominant hand, why did they leave the murder weapon at the scene? This doesn't make sense, so this point is also contradictory. Where are we? Oh, there's jail cells. What is point 3? Ostifer? No, wait, there's a contradiction here. When Jackson was forced to sign the statement under pressure just now, I suddenly realized he's left-handed. The handwriting written on the left hand will naturally tilt to the right. It's like a person who writes with the right hand, their handwriting will naturally tilt to the left. However, the threatening letter found at the crime scene, although in Jackson's handwriting, clearly has a leftward slant to the handwriting. In other words, the person who wrote the threatening letter is right-handed and was merely imitating Jackson's handwriting. But they obviously didn't notice the subtle differences between writing with the left and right hand. Only the details of the handwriting were observed and imitated, but the overall orientation of the characters was not imitated. So the threatening letter linked to Jackson on the scene was not written by Jackson himself. Sir, you're amazing. I'm handcuffed again. You are the smartest and most intelligent police officer I've ever met. Stop buttering me out. You are different from other policemen. I knew you wouldn't accuse someone unjustly. Let's not get to that. My reasoning is just to find the contradiction. These speculations will only be given due consideration by the judges. But at present, it is indeed possible that both pieces of evidence pointing to you are forged. Did you just now say that you presumed your thumbprints pressed your thumbprint at the 14K's casino not long ago? Yeah, it must have been framed by them. I previously lost money gambling Pai Gao at a 14K underground casino and had no choice but to sign a pledge and leave my fingerprint. The handwriting should be obtained at that time as well. It's 14K again. Fingerprints leaked from the casino and then framed to Jackson? But Adam is the father-in-law to the 14K leader. The gangs in Bryn Consortium colluded and needed each other. Son-in-laws kill father-in-law. What for? Inheritance? Adam has biological children, so it's not his turn. Power? Adam's being alive is his support on the British side. It doesn't make sense. Or it wasn't 14K's gangster who killed Adam. Someone wanted to kill two birds in one stone. Not only to eliminate Adam, but also to blame it on 14K. Scusi. Lot of talking. Forensic doctor, have the test results come out? Currently, all leads have been cut off. This is the last lifeline for solving the case. The result is out. There's good news and bad news. It's been quite unlucky recently. Let's talk about some good news. The good news is the fibers you painstakingly obtained from Bob's jacket. It matched perfectly with the viscera wool extracted from the crevices of the deceased Adam's fingernails, as confirmed by microscopic structural analysis. Great. It proves that Bob had contact with Adam on that day, and there may have been a conflict between them. I'm going to apply for an arrest warrant now. Wait, as I said, there's another piece of bad news. The bad news is that Bob has a complete alibi. During the time of the crime, he was attending a charity auction dinner in the Peninsula Hotel. And at least 20 socialites can testify to this. Surveillance footage, hotel records, and even photos from the night's newspaper society page all confirm his presence. What? Impossible! How can we explain the fibers? It can only be inferred that Adam has indeed been in contact with Bob before death, and there may have been a physical conflict between them. But Bob himself did not commit the crime directly. These are two possibilities. First, the conflict occurred earlier in the day of the crime. Second, Bob arranged for others to carry out the act after the conflict. If Bob hired someone to commit murder, the most likely source he would rely on is the Sun Yeon he controls. However, the fingerprints on the murder weapon were traced back to Jackson, who had left his fingerprints at the 14K's casino. These two gangs are mortal enemies. How could Sun Yeon possibly obtain the fingerprints from the 14K's casino? How can one move freely on the Victoria Peak within the 14K's sphere of influence? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. Two rival gangs, one provided fingerprints, and the other provided a venue? When did they become so closely cooperating? Hey, maybe we guessed the wrong direction from the very beginning. Direction? I can barely see where the direction is now. This case has become even more confusing and mysterious. After investigating for so long, I know that Jackson is not the murderer. Another suspicious person with physical evidence, Bob. Bob actually has a perfect alibi. Alas, poor Jackson has become a scapegoat just like that. He is about to be sent to a more heavily guarded prison for permanent imprisonment. I'll go downstairs to the detention room and check on him. Poor Bob. No, wait, poor Jackson. What am I saying, poor Bob? Beep boop boop beep bop bop beep bop boop bop. Oh, can't go that way. Oh, can't go that way. Officer, I'm here to visit my brother and bring him some food. We have a rule here. No outside food allowed. I just made this a treat to treat my brother to a better meal. Could you please make an exception? Rules are rules. Hey, it seems to be Jackson's younger brother. I met him before when I went to Jackson's house. I remember you. You're Jackson's younger brother, right? The police station does have a regulation that detainees are not allowed to eat food from the outside. It's primarily due to safety considerations. Although I can't let you give the food to your brother, I can let you see him within the specified time. Come with me. Thank you, sir. The boy. Brother, thank goodness the officer, Kyle, brought me in to meet you. Thank you, Officer Kyle. Now the newspapers are all reporting on the case, and they all say that you committed the crime. I know you're being wrongly accused. Officer Kyle, I know you're a good cop. Please, save my brother. I'll do my utmost to solve the case. If your brother is indeed innocent, I will spare no effort to help him seek justice. Howard, visiting hours are over. You should go back first. Okay, I'll be leaving now. I'm counting on Officer Kyle to handle my brother's case. If you need any help, feel free to ask me. Officer Kyle, I really didn't kill anyone. I know. The fingerprints were forged, and the handwriting was also forged. You're not the murderer. Thank you. Thank you for believing in me. But I can't let you out yet. Why? The media has already convicted you. Rioters in Kowloon Walled City murder British businessmen. Governor orders accelerated demolition. Violence must be severely punished, and the transformation of urban slum brooks no delay. The death of an English businessman exposes the black hole in urban security. They just convicted me like this. I haven't even appeared in court. The media only needs a simple story. A mob in a ghetto killing people for hating the rich. Everyone loves this version. The British see it as righteous, the Hong Kong government sees it as justification to accelerate demolition, and the citizens see it as a topic for gossip. After investigating for so long, I know that Jackson's not the murderer, and Bob also has a perfect alibi. But I can't stop. In Adam's residence, a photo of Mr. Lin was found. Believe that by finding out who killed Adam, I can trace the connection to Mr. Lin's death. Jackson's fingerprints were leaked from the 14K's casino, and Victoria Peak is within the 14K sphere of influence. And Joe sealed off the scene and didn't let me enter Adam's house. Is he hiding something, or is he afraid that I might find something? Jackson, Bob, 14K, Joe, are they related in any way? I always feel as if an invisible hand is guiding me to find every piece of evidence. Fingerprints, clothing fabric, cyanide poison. All the evidence fits together perfectly, yet contradicts itself. It's like someone has shuffled the pieces of a puzzle and deliberately left a few of the most glaring fragments, guiding me to piece together a pattern they want. Someone hopes I can see that part about Jackson. Some people hope I can see Bob's perspective. What stage have I reached? Is it possible that every evidence I've focused on has already been written in someone else's script? And the death of Vivian's father, could it also be in the script? I feel that everything I see is just the tip of the iceberg. In that vast underwater shadow, something has been watching. It's waiting for me to jump in, or it's waiting for me to give up. But how can I give up? Vivian is still waiting for an answer. Her father is still waiting for me to give him a result. I'm going to continue diving deeper, until I touch the base of the iceberg that dragged everything into darkness. Oh! Oh, at the edge of death, what do you see? Okay, so that was a 2-hour demo. Holy shit. And they've got more to come.
我只是向这池早就烂透了的脏水里吐了一口痰而已。
I love some of the Uni assets, like squatting and all that.
查叔叔为什么杀爸爸？
我要在那之前亲手了结。
啊！怎么会这样？我还是先隐瞒这件事。
你骗了我，让我一枪打死他！
够了！
无名尽上。
So yeah. I've completed the demo portion. Jesus Christ. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm saying this in a loving way. Like, having a long demo like that, that's fun. It gives me a lot to sink your teeth into. The writing obviously has some translation difficulties, I guess, with some points here and there. But I can overlook that, being a indie game. That's whatever. Unity assets, obviously, parts need to be just patched up, you know, where you can see into the void or all that, like the grass by the pool, the out the window of Uncle Lynn's. But those are things that are easy enough to fix. I didn't have much issue with the menus. But it definitely is it's a big ready game, right? It's a very wordy game. And there we go. Which again is not terrible, it's just very wordy. Now, what was this save that came with the game?
阿哥，阿哥，你相唔相信人喺死之前係會有閃回㗎？
閃回，即係咩嚟㗎？
就係人喺死之前，
This is just the
大腦好似
beginning.
放電
Apparently, it's
咁
just starts the game in the beginning.
段咯
Okay.
好似重新活過一次咁啊！
神神化化，你喺邊度睇到㗎？
I honestly,
小心
I'll
我話俾阿
probably
媽
play it
知
again.
你亂睇書，
Not the demo,
打
but
你
like
喎
I'll
等陣。
probably play the final
唔
game.
係啊
Um,
偵探小說係咁寫
I
㗎
enjoy
嘛
the
第
whole
時
detective
做警察㗎
elements,
喺度儲備知識啊
you know,
嘛
finding clues. It is definitely a little puzzle heavy. Why is she in armor here, but in the other cutscene? She wasn't. Like in the cutscene, she was in a white shirt. Okay, so there was something up there. Someone ran by the window. I thought it was when it first came through, but I wasn't sure. You know, again, like things like this where you can just, I can see that wall and all that. Just a door, a gate or something with a black shade, little things like that or whatever. Some little collision things like here where you can like kind of get in, you can kind of not, you get stuck on the, some of these need to be just tweaked with, just so you aren't doing that. I mean, it's minor and not really that bad. Most of it is definitely any issues. Oh, hey. Any big issues that I would have to say is how wordy it can be. You know, it's definitely can be a turn off for some people. Some of the translation could use refinement. It's not the worst. Just, you know, like I said, could a little more refinement here and there. Otherwise, for what it wasn't bad. Definitely would love to see a little more on the action side. I presume later on there might be a point where you're like raiding through, you know, so you can actually have a reason to use the gun other than the three, I think, dudes that we fought. And having an arsenal on us, it really doesn't seem necessary either. Well, a pocket knife, an axe, gun, 2 flashlights, 2 lighters, 2 lanterns. And you can definitely tell where they took little influences from, like Resident Evil, with combining items to make better healing potions and whatnot. Yeah, it's fun. I enjoyed it. Anyway.